What is going on, my friends? Today I'm showing you what is easily the best shooting build in 2K26. Every time I post gameplay, whether it's Pro-Am, Rec, or any kind of build, any video I've dropped this year, people are asking about the sharpshooter build that I had last year. Last year I made a build that was 6'6", 99 MIDDY, 94.3. Was probably my favorite build to use last year. Just a lot of fun, easy to shoot with, obviously with a 99 MIDDY and a 94.3. It doesn't get any better than that at that height. This year, you have the ability to get 99 MIDDY and a 99.3 pretty easily with a 6'5". So that's really what I was going to try to make today for you guys. This is a build that I'm thinking about making. At the moment, I really do think that you should be using either a 6'8", a 6'9" guard at the moment, just because, you know, the taller you are, the better that it can be for you. But having a 99 MIDDY and a 99.3, 6'5" is the tallest height that you can be to get those stats. So I'm going to show you what I would do with a 99 MIDDY and a 99.3 build in today's video. I'm going to show you guys the physicals first. We're going to have an 86 speed here. We're going to have 80 agility. We're going to have a 47 perimeter defense, just because that's what we get. Or excuse me, 47 strength. Jeez Louise. We have a 47 strength because of our perimeter defense, is what I wanted to say. And then we'll go with a 65 vert. I'm going to show you guys, once you go through like the menu and everything, and after you start up the build, I'm going to show you what you can do with your cap breakers with this build. It's very, very good what you're able to do with this build. So, stick around to the end of it and subscribe if you are new. Drop a like. You guys have been showing a ton of love and support this year, so thank you very much for that. Perimeter defense is going to be an 87 right here, and then we're going to have a 73 steal with a 62 block, 42 interior. Now, everything's going to make sense once I show you the cap breakers, but 5 cap breakers can potentially get you up to a 92 perim. Spoiler alert, you're not going to need 5. I think you need 3 or 4. We'll double check once it's all said and done, but you could leave this at an 85 if you really wanted to and keep it at an 85. I just, want to show you guys the flexibility that you can have with cap breakers on this build. But 87 perimeter with the ability to get gold badges. If you decide not to do that, you can lower all these stats right here and still have an 85 perimeter. It would be just as good of a build. That's if you don't want to cap break your perimeter. There's a chance that I want to do that with this build and have a 92 perim. I really enjoy having perimeter defense this year. I think you can get really, really bumpy. That's why I said that you should make a 6'9", because all these badges that you see here, pick dodger, on ball menace, challenger, all tier 2 badges on a 6'9". With this build, we have a little bit of flexibility because we will have a 99 for our shooting. So we can use, maybe some badge +1s, badge +2s on our defensive stuff. I just posted a video talking about the best badges to elevate +1 or +2. And I talked about the defense, at length in that video. But very good defense here. Like I said, you don't need to have 87. If you want to keep it at 85, that's fine. Just want to show you the flexibility that this build has. Next, we're going to have an 86 speed with ball, 85 ball handle. Let me lower that un more. And then we're going to have a 71 pass. Pass feels very weird this year. What's up, Alex? Pass feels very weird this year. I really don't know the sweet spot for pass as of right now. I think I'm going to stick with that 76, but 71 is going to get you dimer on silver. You don't get it to gold until 82, so this seems like a pretty good value, all things considered. You could go to 76 if you wanted to. If you were to lower your perim, which would bring down your D board, which would bring down your strength, you could probably get this to a 76 pass, and that would be just fine as well. But for the sake of this video, I'm going to keep it at where we're at the moment. 71's not bad. None pass style is what I would use with this. So pretty solid there. You do have access to getting the ball handle up to a 92. At 6'5", I don't believe you can get any of the short guard animations like Ja Morant dribble style. You know what I'm saying? Steph Curry behind the back. I don't think you can get those animations. I could be wrong. If I am, let me know in the comments below. I'm pretty confident you can't. But 85 still gets you a lot of good animations. Any animation that you've seen me use and post about on a 6'8", you can pretty much get with a 6'5", but your speed with ball is just far better. So we would definitely lightning launch +2 this to legend. I think with this kind of build, since you're going to have 99 shooting, you would go playmaking build specialization, just so that you can get, you know, lightning launch easily a +2. If you wanted to get more ball handle, you could. That's when you could, you know, lower this perhaps right here, and then go, you know, with like maybe an 88 here. I think you get Kobe Bryant dribble moves, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, it might be too small, but you can put your 2 extra cap breakers from that specialization to get handles for days on gold, +1 it to Hall of Fame. Now you are cooking. So for the sake of the video, like I said, I'm not sure how much this will change if you were to, you know what I'm saying, go up to an 88 or a 90. Just because I think the cap breakers, it makes a lot of sense. Hopefully I'm not too confusing. Shooting, we're gonna have a 94-3 and a 94 MIDDY to start. I would try to get one of these to a 95, just so you're only using 9 cap breakers on these. I'm at 6 right now, so you wouldn't be able to get this up, either of these up to a 99 off the rip. But you know, you could do a 99-3 with 6 cap breakers, and then you're at a 95 MIDDY. Still very, very good. I mean, obviously, once you get to a 99-3, you get all these badges on Legend, Limitless, Shifty, Set Shot, Deadeye. And for someone like me that really loves to shoot the ball, no matter what 2K does to their game, I'm always going to want to shoot at an extremely high level, whether that's upping my MIDDY all the way or my 3 all the way, no matter what height I'm at. You know, I would love to just have both of these at a 99. My dream build last year was a 6'4 Pro-Am build with 99 MIDDY, 99 3. Never got the chance to use it. You know, maybe once I get Patty Mills, this build would be 6'4. But until then, I really like the idea of going 99, 99. You don't have to, but you know, we're trying to make the best shooting build in 2K, and I think that you know, 99, 99, that's the best shooting build in 2K statistically. And then our dunk is going to be all the way up to a 69, I believe. I don't think that's going to be correct. I think we're going to end up changing some things. Let me see. Yeah, this is going to go down here. Boom. I do think you get up to an 80. Yeah, you're going to get up to an 80, and then we're going to up our free throw to a 71. Now, when it comes to your dunk, yes, you only have an 80 at the moment. You don't have to touch this at all. I just want to show you what the cap breakers are. You're going to get your quick drops off 1, Devin Booker dunk package, and that's enough. If you're not trying to catch bodies at all, that's going to be more than enough. If we go through here, right, there's a lot of crazy things that you can do with your cap breakers. This is very important. Pete Maravich comparison, 2-way ISO sniper. I love Pete Maravich. I was actually, when I was a child, a coach called me Pistol Pete, and I didn't know what that meant at the time. Now I realize that means that I was cold as hell. Okay. Now, let's get past all this yapping here, and then we will get to... No! Like I was saying, right, we're going to get through here before I messed up and clicked on that thing. I'm going to advance here, and then once we get past the yapping menu... by the way, no big weaknesses to report, and that's before we do cap breakers. So definitely a nasty build, but let's get past all this right here.
I don't need yes men right now. I need you to be honest.
There we go, and then we're here.
Actually,
you can
trying to go hoop in
golly,
the city for a
shut
bit.
up.
Hey.
You can do some crazy things with your cap breaker. If you go over here, you know, your dunk can get up to a 93 if I'm not mistaken. 87 here. That's gonna be contact, excuse me. 87, 90, 92, 93. Do that with your vertical as well. 69, 73, 76, 79, 82. So you could get contact dunks on this build if you really wanted to, especially if you do like playmaking specialization. That way you can just upgrade your handles for days to silver, lightning launch to legend. That's your +1, +2. You can honestly use those cap breakers to put them on your vertical, to put them on your dunk. I think that would be very worthwhile. And then once you start repping up, you can just easily get these up, both of these up to a 99. So obviously I have 6 off the bat right here. I would probably go 99.3 right away and put this at a 95. Like, I want to be able to shoot as well as I possibly can. If that's something that you don't really want to do with your dunk, that's fine. You can honestly make your physicals a lot better. Lower your perim down to an 85. And now you're quicker, you're faster, you can move better with your agility. But these are the kind of things that you can do with the build, with cap breakers. I always think that it's easier to do it with your dunk, but you know, the combo of driving dunk and vertical is definitely not a lot of fun to me. So if that's something you don't want to do, That's fine. You'll get 99, 99 a lot quicker. You can get up to a 92 perimeter if you keep it there. Just a lot of things that you can do with your cap breakers this year. This is just an example again of one of the things that you can do when it comes to your finishing or your defense. 3 cap breakers gets you to 92. So if you want to keep that, you can get 92. But I do think this is the best shooting build in the game, and statistically that's obvious. But you know, I try my best to show you guys builds that I actually think will be very, very usable and very, very good. This is one of them. If you've ever tuned into any of my Pro-Am streams on Twitch, you know, the shooting guard that we play with has used this kind of build. Eventually he will have a 99.3 and a high 90 MIDDY. Doesn't get 99 MIDDY, but my point is that he is cooking on a 6'5 build with 99.3. So that's the tallest you can be to get 99.3. So let me know what you think about this build in the comments below. Like I said, I'm trying my best to show you guys builds that I actually think are very good and very usable. This is one of them. I'm not going to show you a build that I don't think is very good. So let me know what you think about the build in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe if you are new, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye. Peace.